Okay, if you all would like to stand, we will recite the Lord's Prayer. Go. Prayer. Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, power, and glory forever. Amen. Mr. Allen, would you lead us in the pledge? Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I will now officially call the meeting to order, and if you all would indicate your presence on the screen. Madam Clerk, if you will announce the number present.
24 present, 1 absent.
Okay. We have a quorum. Next item of business is consideration of the minutes from the previous commission meeting. You have those in your packet. And I will ask the clerk if she will proceed to item number 3, which is consideration of minutes, and bring the proposed minutes to the floor for action to be taken. We have a motion, and we have a second to approve the minutes. Do we have any discussion or questions concerning minutes from the previous meeting? Okay, hearing none, Madam Clerk, would you please advance to the voting screen? Commissioners, will you please cast your votes? Anyone like to change your vote? Hearing no request to change the vote, Madam Clerk, would you please announce the vote?
24 yes votes.
And it's been properly approved. Item number 4, consideration of reports from commission committees, and you also have received those reports, and I will ask the clerk to please move to the voting screen to consider the reports. Okay, and we have a motion and a second. Reports. Do you have any questions or comments concerning them? Hearing none, Madam Clerk, would you please move to the voting screen? Commissioners, would you please cast your votes? Would anyone like to change your vote? Madam Clerk, would you please announce the vote?
24 yes votes.
Okay. Item number 5, consideration of the report of officials, divisions, and department heads. And for purposes of discussion or any questions you might have, I'll, Madam Clerk, would you please advance to the voting screen? And we have a motion and a second to adopt those. Now, that is subject to any questions or comments that you might have about that. We have the officials' reports, Division of Community Planning and Development, the Division of Emergency Services, Division of Facilities, Finance and Administration, Division of Government Services, Tourism and Communications, and we have our other departments and state offices that report. So we
got
Chair.
enough, yes. Commissioner Parker.
Would now be an appropriate time for you to bring us up to date on the landfill as far as the digester?
Absolutely. We just, a sixth digester has been installed up there and is working. I think we have 3 and soon to have 4 working, and there's 2 that's not working. It's going to take extensive repairs, but that is certainly helped with the situation as far as I can tell in discussion that we had yesterday with on our solid waste board. It seems to have helped with the amount of time people are having to wait and other issues that were up there, especially since we opened this 6th one. So it's,
Is this going to help with all the refuse coming back out of the landfill going home to these roads so that we won't have that?
we hope so. We have had that discussion about it, and we hope so. And especially when we have wet weather and that kind of thing, it is an issue. And I know Living Fords is trying to address it. We've had a discussion.
Thank you.
Any other questions? If not, Madam Clerk, would you please move to the voting screen? Commissioners, would you please cast your votes? Anyone like to change your vote? Hearing no request to change the vote, Madam Clerk, would you please announce the vote?
24 yes votes.
Okay. Now, we'll move on to public comment. We did not have any requests to comment on agenda items, and we do not have a rezoning request, so we will not have a public hearing today. So we will move on to item number 7 on your agenda, which is consideration of petition 2025-0401, which is to release the Superior County trustee from further liability for the collections of real and personal property taxes for the year 2023. This has been requested by the Superior County trustee. Madam Clerk, would you please move to the voting screen? We have a motion and a second. Now, to have any questions or comments, we have our trustee with us, Ms. Faye Lovely. And I don't know, Faye, if you want to say anything about this.
Well, I think we had a very good collection year for our 2023. We collected 99.08 of our 23 taxes, so we just turned over 0.092 of our taxes.
Does anyone have any questions concerning this petition that has been submitted by our trustee to turn over our taxes for 2023? Okay, hearing no question, Madam Clerk, would you please advance to the voting screen? Commissioners, would you please cast your votes? Would anyone like to change their vote? Hearing no request to change the vote, Madam Clerk, would you please announce the vote?
24 yes votes.
24 yes votes. We're now moving to item number 8, which is consideration of resolution 2025-0401, which is to confirm the appointments of commissioners to various committees of the Board of Commissioners. Madam Clerk, would you please move to the voting screen? Yes. Make a bit, Chris. Okay, we have a motion and a second to approve the resolution. Do we have any discussion or questions, this has been recommended by the steering committee. They met on Monday afternoon. And this, let me say that this will be done again in September, as we always do. I think the reason we had to do this, the steering committee had to do this at this time, was because of the significant changes we had had in the last few months as far as members of the commission. So they did this, but this will be considered again in September. So we have a motion and a second to approve this, and subject to any question, comment, or discussion that anyone has. I don't know if the chairman of the steering committee, Commissioner Ogle, wants to make a comment about it or not, but I'll recognize him if he does.
Not really, it went real good.
Didn't have no problem with the second.
Any questions or comments? Okay, hearing none, Madam Clerk, would you please advance to the voting screen? Commissioners, would you please cast your votes? Anyone like to change their vote? Hearing no request to change the vote, Madam Clerk, would you please announce the vote?
24 yes votes.
Resolution been properly adopted. We are down to resolution number 9, which is consideration of resolution 2025-0402 to confirm the delinquent tax attorney compensation. You have that resolution before you. It's been recommended by the Budget Committee. And Madam Clerk, if you would advance the voting screen to consider that resolution. Commissioners, is there any discussion or question concerning the resolution? Hearing none, Madam Clerk, would you advance the voting screen? Commissioners, would you cast your votes? Would anyone like to change their vote? Hearing no request to change the vote, Madam Clerk, please announce the vote.
24 yes votes.
Resolution been properly adopted. We are now on item number 10, consideration of resolution 2025-0403, transfer funds from federal projects fund to central cafeteria fund for fiscal year ending June 30th, 2025. Madam Clerk, would you please advance to the voting screen? We have a motion and a second to approve the resolution. It's been recommended by the Budget Committee, and we have the Finance Director from the school system here, Mr. Whitfield. Would you like to briefly explain what we're
Certainly.
doing here?
Yeah, in August of 2021, we requested a temporary transfer of $1 million to Federal Projects Fund for the lifespan of the COVID relief grants that we got from the federal government. Those grants have run their life cycle, and so we're requesting that $1 million cushion be transferred to our Central Cafeteria Fund to allow for an additional layer of protection to keep us from going in the negative, since those funds also operate on a reimbursement basis. So, and this would be a permanent transfer.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to approve this resolution. Do we have any questions from any commissioners concerning the resolution? Hearing no questions, Madam Clerk, would you please advance to the voting screen? Commissioners, would you please cast your votes? Anyone like to change your vote? Hearing Hearing no request to change the vote, Madam Clerk, would you please announce the vote?
24 yes votes.
Resolution been properly adopted. We are now on item number 11, which is notaries.
We got 59 notaries.
59 notaries, you have a list of those before you. Madam Clerk, you have advanced to the voting screen to have any questions. We have a motion and a second to approve the notaries. Do we have any questions concerning the notaries as presented by our clerk? Hearing none, Madam Clerk, would you please advance to the voting screen? Commissioners, would you please cast your votes? Would anyone like to change your vote? Hearing no request to change the vote, Madam Clerk, would you please announce the vote?
24 yes votes.
Vote has been properly adopted. We are now down to other business and just a couple of items under other business. This one, and I would welcome Amber Ashley, who is our practitioner at our clinic, and we're glad to have her here today. Amber does a great job, as they all do at the clinic, and we appreciate the clinic and what it does for our employees, and I think the utilization proves that it's been a success. I'm glad to have you here today. The only other thing I have is to tell you that we've got plenty of cookies. The sheriff will be willing to serve those, I think.
Absolutely.
Again, is that right, Sheriff?
Once Amber leaves. All of us will get our blood work ordered in tomorrow. On Good Friday.
The only other thing is I would wish everyone a happy Easter. Tomorrow will be Good Friday. We all know what Sunday means to us. Sunday gives us hope. Happy Easter. Anything else for the good of the order? If not, do we have a motion to adjourn? We have a motion and a second. All in favor of adjourn, please rise. We're adjourned.